What is up, you guys? Today we are in another U-Haul once again. I might as well start working for the company because I get so many U-Hauls, it's crazy. I need to get my own truck. But today we're picking up another engine because we almost got ripped off by the machine shop, but there's more on that later. So if you guys want to see this new engine that we're gonna be picking up, stay tuned.
I was raised in the G, I'ma make sure y'all know me, yeah, y'all know me. I can hit the beach to the lake, I live when you couldn't take a damn vacation. Just up and down the block, yeah, I'm moving, this beat sound good, let's get to it, but okay. It's the weekend, so you know it's time to play. Me on the grill with the bruise and the bud. Sun's coming out, ain't no fog in the way. All of my homies right here.
Guys, we are here at Fleet Pride Truck and Trailer Parts, hopefully to pick up a transmission. I have no idea, but seriously, this is what happened. I took that block that you guys seen, the 2JZ block, the $300 one. I took it over to the machine shop and they quoted me $2,500 for the block and $1,200 to start for the cylinder head to do a fully forged bottom end setup, and that does not include parts or anything. So they were gonna be doing a lot of preparation to the block. I'm not even sure what exactly they were doing, and I think that's why they were trying to charge me so much, because I don't know all the ins and outs of machine work. But after doing a bunch of research, I realized I don't need all that in-depth work. So I'm having them doing the cleaning and inspection. They haven't even called me back for that yet. So as soon as they call me back, I'll let them know, hey, I just want to do XYZ, and I'll let you know shortly what that's going to be. But for now, I'm going to run in here and see if I can find a CD09 transmission. All right, so we're here in Fontana. That place completely moved to San Bernardino, but I just talked to the guy. He said he might have one on the shelf, so he's going to call me back in 5 minutes. But look at this place. They got some nice cars across the street. But it's probably not the type of place you want to buy your car from. But we're trying to get the CD09 transmission, so stay tuned, guys. And then we're gonna be picking up another engine, so stay tuned for that. All right, the guy from the other place, he never even called me back. What kind of customer service is that? I don't know. So I came to this LKQ here in Fontana. LKQ Final Boss right here. And we're picking up their CD09 transmission, but I gotta pay them in cash before they'll even go get it on a forklift. So I got the cash in my pocket, $914 for the CD09 transmission. So guys, I'm gonna go in there, make this purchase, and hopefully they can bring me the right one. So I gotta make sure it's right, because if it's not the right rendition, I'm gonna send it back and they're gonna give me my money back. That's why I went to go get cash, because if it's an early 2005 G35, it might not be the CD09 transmission that I want. So we're gonna double check and let's go see if it's the right one. Alrighty, we've got our receipt and we've got to ride back here and pull up at their bay. So let's go see. So I drive in the gate. All right, so we just ran back there, and unfortunately that was not a CD009 transmission. So I wanted to make sure that I'm actually getting the strong transmission that's so bragged about. And the actual side of the transmission said CD0 number 2. The tail shaft said CD0 number 1. And then inside on the front of the input shaft cover, I think it's called, it said CD0 number 2 as well. I looked it up. It says that's probably an early version with the weaker synchros. Hurts in my heart because I was so excited to get the CD09 transmission, but we're gonna have to go look somewhere else. So unfortunately, we're off to our next destination, which is to get my refund, and then we're out of here. Yeah, unfortunately that CD09 transmission wasn't even the real CD09, so we didn't end up picking that up. So we're headed now to go get the engine that I was talking about earlier, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about why I'm going this route. So once again, the machine shop, I feel like once they heard the words 2JZ forged internals, they kind of just got happy and started, I don't know, they wanted me to spend all my money. But the reality is I don't really need 800 horsepower capable 2JZ. I kind of just want to go with a light rebuild, you know, forged pistons and rods. I was only doing that because of the cost. They're not that expensive. But if that means I have to do thousands and thousands of dollars in machine work, then it's a no for me. So what I'm gonna do instead is right now I'm going to pick up a non-VVTi 2JZ GE from an SC300, I believe. And with that engine, we'll be able to pull those rods and pistons out and put those into the block that's currently getting cleaned and inspected over at the machine shop. So that, as of right now, is the plan. I still got to hunt down another CD09 transmission, but for the engine, we are going to be using these non-VVTi GE internals. That is the plan for now. New main bearings, new rod bearings, ARP head studs, new head gasket, and you know, the entire gasket kit. That's pretty much the plan for now. Other than that, stay tuned, guys. We're about to head over to Apple Valley actually to go pick up this non-VVTi 2J. So we're just heading over up the 15, about to head up the hill. And guys, stay tuned, because this is gonna be a sick build. You guys are gonna see. Look at that, look at that. M4, baby. But look, check it out. So we just left the guy's house. We got the 2JZ, and what's great about this is, look at this. Not only is it a front sump pan, that means it's gonna fit right into the IS300. It's already tapped and drilled for turbo. So we can go ahead and use this pan for the turbo build. That's amazing. But this guy was running this engine right here, NA, in a BMW 330i with a BMW transmission adapter. He wanted to go boost, but he never got around to it. So this thing's never been boosted before, but the bottom end is going to see boost within my lifetime. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing home. Hopefully I can find a CDO9 transmission. Hopefully I don't get locked in here. But we got the 2J secured, and we're gonna be heading back to down the hill Inland Empire. See if we can find us a CDO9, because this is crazy that they didn't have it correctly. So heading to the next destination, let's get it. Looks like we're headed to Skunks Auto to see if they have the CDO9 transmission. It's gonna be about an hour drive. We're going back down to Fontana, California. Let's go. All right, so I was just watching a couple YouTube videos as I head to this other CD009 transmission, and I'm kind of thinking I might have misidentified the other transmission that I went to go look at, because apparently, according to these videos, the outside stampings on the casing, they do not consistently identify which transmission has the stronger internal. So you really can only do it by looking at the VIN number and by, you know, which day and month that transmission was made. So I should have looked up the VIN. You guys, you can call Concept Z, you can call Z1 Motorsports. But most importantly, it sounds like if the car was manufactured after, again, a certain month, I believe it was in 2004. So in a 2005 or 2006, you should be good. But for $900, I want to make sure. So it's kind of lame that there's no real way to check unless you call and check the VIN, I guess. But they're already telling me what the year and model is, so I don't really see what the point in calling would be. So we're heading to this other transmission. If this one doesn't check out, or if they want too much, because I don't know the price, then we'll probably just head back to LKQ, check the VIN on that other one, and probably buy it. So stay tuned. We're heading to Skunks Auto. Hopefully they got it for a better price. We're here at Skunks. It looks like it's a junkyard, so hopefully they have it pulled off the car already. I'm gonna go in here, deal with it. I don't like just going in and randomly recording a bunch of random people, because they didn't really ask to be on my YouTube channel, guys. So I'm gonna go in here, deal with them, and see if they have the right transmission. We're gonna call probably Concept Z or Z1 and verify the VIN, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we went back into the LKQ and we looked at that CDO9 once again. Concept Z and didn't answer, and Z1, the guy was absolutely useless. He didn't know what he was talking about. And yeah, I think it's the right transmission. I was about to pay, and this guy on Marketplace just responded saying he would take 800 bucks for his instead of paying 914 here at LKQ. His has more miles, 160,000. Goes smoothly every gear and in reverse, but it comes with a shifter as well, which I don't need. But 20-minute drive, save 100 bucks. No warranty. It looks really clean though. So I don't know, we'll see if he sends an address in the next 5 minutes. Marketplace! Well, instead of paying $914, we're gonna go gamble on this other one off Marketplace for 800 bucks instead. Save some money. We got a 43-minute drive now with this beautiful traffic. But that's okay, because I'm willing to save 100 bucks to sit in traffic and get charged miles by U-Haul. So it's marginal how much I'm really saving. What am I doing? All right, so we just left Homeboy's house. We got the transmission, and this thing is clean. It's cherry. I'm gonna go ahead and strap it down so that it doesn't move around. We got our JZ, we got our transmission. This thing goes into all the gears, cherry. Literally perfectly reverse. That's reverse. And I confirmed the VIN, and it came out of a 2006 G35. So it's like the latest G35 there is, but with still having the external slate. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this, and we'll be back at the shop here in just a second. This thing is absolutely clutch. I was able to back it right up to my garage here. We've got our 2JZ and the CDO9. Okay, I'm gonna unload them here, see if we can get them I'm gonna get the 2JZ on the stand, and the CD09 I'll probably put on that bench or maybe on the ground somewhere over there. I don't know, I gotta make room, it's really cramped. We're trying to get this Honda out right now. I just put a new engine in this Honda. We're trying to get that out so I can have all this space. But for now, we're gonna set the 2JZ on this stand and we're gonna get the CD09 somewhere, probably just on the floor, but no big deal. So let's do it. There you have it. We got the 2J unloaded. Okay, we got our non-VVTi 2J, front sump, and our CD009 transmission. Super excited, gotta get this up on the stand. Sucks because I had to dip the wheels off of that concrete. It's gonna be fun getting that up, but we're gonna get this on the stand and then we'll get that stored away in the back and we'll just get cleaned up. And all right, you guys, we got the 2JZ home. I got the CD over there behind the car. The shop's a mess. I gotta make room for everything. But in all seriousness, the reason that we picked up this engine now is, if you guys watched the last video, we had the $300 GE VVTi that we had picked up. After dropping that off at the machine shop, they told me that the block alone was gonna cost $2,500. That's not including parts, that's all labor, and then plus the $1,200 for a cylinder head, machine work and stuff like that. So I was trying to look for a more budget way because I don't need to make, I'm not looking to make 800 horsepower or anything like that. And these are commonly known to have the thicker rods compared to the 2JZ GE VVTi, which will be interesting once we pull this apart to compare to the ones that we have sitting on the shelf over there that came out of the $300 motor. Now, what the plan is to take the rods and pistons out of this motor, put it in the one that's getting machined right now. So they're gonna hone, clean, deck the block, and then resurface the cylinder head, clean the head, and if there's any additional head work, well, I don't know that yet. Once that's done, we're gonna put the rods and pistons from this with all new bearings, ARP head studs, and new head gaskets in the VVTi motor to put into the IS300 with the CD transmission, okay? If you guys wanna stay on top of this build and stay up to date with every update that I have, I'm telling you guys right now, you're gonna wanna subscribe. We've been coming out with videos almost every single day, every other day. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, I just ran around the entire Inland Empire since 8 in the morning to pick up this 2J and pick up that CD. I paid the guy on Marketplace, by the way, 800 bucks for the CD009. I checked the VIN number that was on the side of the transmission and it came back to a 2006 G35, so I was pretty confident that was the one that I wanted. And this one I paid 500 bucks. Shout out to that guy up in Apple Valley. I guess he had it in his BMW 3 Series, E46 with a BMW trans. But one other side note, the cool thing about this engine is that it actually has the oil return for the turbo already set up. So not only did we score on a solid bottom end, but we also got the oil return taken care of, all like kind of like two birds with one stone. So excited to tear into this, excited to start prepping the chassis. If you guys want to see just how I go about doing this entire swap and making all this stuff work, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see specifically. If you guys want to see more working on the cars, let me know. Or if you guys just want to see a little bit of everything, or you guys want to get to the drifting, I understand, okay? So hit that subscribe button. That's it for now, guys. Foreign Authority, out.